Hola chicos, ¿cómo están hoy? Espero que todos estén bien. Hoy vamos a aprender las conjugaciones del otro pasado en español. Now when I say the other past tense, I am referring to el imperfecto, the imperfect. Ya aprendimos el pretérito. And remember, when we were learning the preterite and you were learning the 1 million irregular verbs and the ida, iota, only the bottom two, I kept telling you, don't call it the past tense, call it the preterite. Y esta aquí es la razón. Hay dos tiempos verbales para el pasado en español. Hay el pretérito y también el imperfecto. Now, when to use each is a very complicated topic. It is what we are going to spend all of our last unit of the year really digging into and figuring out. But for now, vamos a enfocarnos en el imperfecto. Lo que ustedes deben saber es que usamos el imperfecto para descripciones en el pasado. Para describir. So, when I say to describe, when you're telling a story and you're giving a description, you're setting the stage. We also use this for things that happened frequently, habitual actions. En el tema de la niñez, vamos a usar el imperfecto mucho. When you talk about your childhood, what were you like as a child? That's description. What did you used to do frequently? That's going to be habitual past action. Okay. You can also use the imperfect to talk about something that was happening, something that was going on. Again, I don't want you to stress too much about all of these uses. Just kind of have that in your mind as we are going through this unit. All right, pues, la más importante, ¿cómo se conjugan los verbos en el imperfecto? I've got great news. El imperfecto es mucho más fácil que el pretérito. Mucho más fácil que el pretérito. Solo hay 3 verbos irregulares y no hay verbos con cambio de raíz. No stem changers, 3 irregular verbs y ya está. Before we get to our irregulars, obviously, let's go through our regular verbs. Para conjugar los verbos regulares en el imperfecto, tenemos las conjugaciones AR y conjugaciones para ER, IR. Las conjugaciones AR, and you will type these into the boxes down below here in this Google Slides. Tenemos aba, abas, aba, abamos, abais, aban. I'll give you a second to make sure you have those typed in correctly. Aba, abas, aba. Abamos con acento, abais, aban. You conjugate these verbs just like you would any other verb. Take off the AR on the infinitive and add on your ending. We have hablar, yo hablaba, tú hablabas. Nosotros hablábamos. It's one of my favorite verbs, favorite verb forms en español. Para los verbos ER e IR, tenemos las mismas conjugaciones. So it's only one set to memorize here. Tenemos ia, ias, ia, íamos, íais, ian. Again, I will give you a minute to make sure that those are typed in correctly to your notes. Ia, ias, ia, íamos, íais, ian, con acentos en todas las formas, always on that I. Now, the vosotros form does have 2 I's, so make sure that you know it's on the first of those 2 I's in the ending. Por ejemplo, ellos comer, they used to eat, ellos comían. Ellos comían los Happy Meals todos los viernes. Vivir, mi familia vivía en Oak Brook. My family used to live in Oak Brook. Estos aquí son los verbos regulares. Y ahora a aprender los irregulares. Ok, so ya dijimos que solo hay 3 verbos irregulares en el imperfecto y aquí están. Para ser tenemos era, eras, era, éramos, erais, eran. Era, eras, era, éramos, erais y eran. Cuando yo era niña, yo era muy bien educada. When I was a little girl, I was very well behaved. Para ir, iba, ibas, iba, íbamos, ibais, iban. We'll give you a second to make sure that those are filled in correctly. Iba, ibas, iba, íbamos, ibais, iban. Please note, these are for the verb ir, to go, not IR verbs. Remember, IR verbs were those ER, IR endings that we just learned. Y para ver, to see. Tenemos veía, veías, veía, ay, señora, veía, veíamos, veíais, veían. Y ya está. Now you might be wondering, Senora, isn't that regular? Isn't that just an ER verb? The thing that makes very irregular is that it keeps that E. Okay, we don't take off the ER when we conjugate there. We only take off the R and then add the ER endings. That's why it counts as one of our irregular verbs. Okay, know that there is an accent on every form of ver. Y eso es el imperfecto. Es muy fácil, ¿no? Don't get tricked though. Every single year, some kids don't study because they think, oh, it's so easy, it's so much better than the preterite. Make sure you're still studying. Make sure that you do the practice on the next slide. You are going to conjugate the verbs, then watch the video and check your work. Make sure we know how to conjugate these verbs. Es muy importante.